Okay, before you get started in this project, you're going to need a faucet. You will need plumber's tape. You will need silicone. This is technically optional. Whenever I'm doing anything with plumbing and threading, I always like to have some silicone on hand. You will need to have 2 wrenches. Now, at least one of them, one or the other, at least one of them needs to be a type of pipe wrench. Usually, not all the time, but usually at least one of them will need to be a pipe wrench. Other types of wrenches will work too. Or if you're just super strong, use your hands. You'll also want something to clean the thread a little bit, maybe like a extra toothbrush that you have. Maybe if you're in a house full of roommates and you don't like one of your roommates, use one of their toothbrushes, or just one that you use for cleaning grout. Okay. Anyway, those are the products you'll need more than likely to do this operation. All right, so step 1 to replace your hose bib. In this box, you can see there's a valve all the way down there. I turned it off, so that way it cut off water supply to the house, which will allow me to replace the hose bib that is leaking. All right, once you have the water turned off to the house, you can then undo all the insulation that you have. Sometimes it's just one of those covers that pop on. Sometimes you've got rags wrapped around it. There's sock style. There's different insulation you could have had on this. And you know, just sometimes it's so cold that it doesn't even matter. Pull it off. You can see, yep, it's still dripping. It's still coming out. It's not happy. I also already have the water off to the house. So I'm just going to open this up, let any extra water drain out that's in the house. Okay. Now with this next piece, while I do go to unloosen this, I'm also going to want another wrench on it on the house side. Okay, so this one's going to come on the faucet itself. This one I'm going to have on the house side to hold it. Now you might have smaller wrenches, you might have different style wrenches. There's no one set type of wrench that you need to have for this procedure. However, the one on the house side should be some type of pipe wrench meant for smooth surfaces. Now the reason that you want a pipe wrench on that side is so that way you can hold the pipe that's actually in the wall, so you don't twist the whole pipe out of the house. You don't want to twist it out of the house. That would be silly. Okay. You undo it. Oh, and that's not what I originally wanted. Let's see if we can get this part off now. Just loosen it up a little bit. Bloop. Popped off. There's a little nasty in there. That's okay. Okay, so now that we've got the piece off, you can tell it's kind of dirty, so you might want to grab that white tape that's on there. Take it off. Just going to clean these threads, clean it all up a little bit. You can kind of look inside your pipe and say, hey, how's my pipe doing? Ours are a little dirty. All right, well, I've gotten the tape off the best I can. I'm gonna go back with a little shower brush. Maybe you've got a toothbrush. We didn't have any extra toothbrushes laying around, otherwise I would have used a toothbrush. I'm just gonna try to clean it up a little bit more, get any of the extra dirt off. Okay, I've got a little thing of water there that I'm dipping it in. Maybe you don't have water because this thing was leaking so bad. That's totally fine. Okay. Now I'm going to take my plumber's tape and I'm going to wrap it. Now when you wrap it, you want to wrap the direction that you're going to be threading it on. So if you think about it, you're going to be turning it on clockwise. So you want your tape to go on clockwise as well. Okay? You're going to put it on the same way that you're going to thread it on. If you put it on the opposite way, it's going to get all bound up and you might get a couple leaks going. And the whole purpose for this procedure is to get rid of a leak that you have. So we definitely don't want to do it wrong and start a new leak. Am I right? I hope so. Okay, now I'm going to use my silicone. I use some scissors. I cut the top real quick. I'm just going to run a little bead around it. Okay, this is just to help seal it that little bit extra. Okay, and that little extra oomph. Really make sure that it's on good. You don't need a lot. I definitely make sure that it's on there. Good. Now you're going to get your new hose bib, and you're going to put on finger tight. So as tight as you can get it on with your fingers. Okay. That's about as tight as I can get it with my fingers. I really need to put on a little bit more. So I'm going to use my pipe wrench, put it on the wall, okay? And I'm gonna be putting pressure on this pipe wrench in such a way that it's almost trying to twist it out of the wall. Meanwhile, this I'm gonna tighten. That way there should be a net zero force on the pipe in the wall, okay? I'm gonna stop right about there. Give it a little extra paint, touch up wherever some paint got scratched off. Put another cloth on it if you need to. Turn the water back onto the house and you are set to go. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave me a comment down below, shoot me a message, and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. You guys have a great day and good luck with your projects.